There are things in this world that don't make sense. Not just strange things, not just coincidences, but events, places, and moments that completely defy explanation. Things that scientists cannot fully prove. Things that historians cannot fully document. Things that ordinary people experience and never forget. Sometimes they happen in empty rooms, sometimes in crowded cities, sometimes in broad daylight, and sometimes they happen to people just like you. Tonight, we're not talking about fiction. We're not talking about myths. We're talking about real stories, real events, real mysteries that remain unsolved, weird things that cannot be explained. So turn down the lights, get comfortable, and listen carefully. Because by the end of this video, you might start noticing strange things around you too. Number 1, people who vanished without a trace. Imagine walking down a street, a normal day, cars passing, people talking, and then suddenly someone disappears, not runs away, not kidnapped, not lost, gone. There are hundreds of documented cases of people vanishing in places where escape was impossible. One of the strangest involves a man walking across a crowded field in front of witnesses. He was mid-step and simply vanished. No flash, no sound, no trace. Search teams looked everywhere. Nothing. Another case, a woman sitting in her living room. Her family was in the kitchen just a few feet away. They heard a faint sound like fabric shifting. When they entered the room, she was gone. Doors locked. Windows sealed. No sign of forced entry, just an empty chair still warm. Some say these are abductions. Others suggest parallel realities, glitches in existence. But the most disturbing part? Many vanishings happen in seconds, in safe places, in front of witnesses, as if reality itself momentarily opens and takes someone. Number 2, signals from nowhere. For decades, scientists and radio operators have received signals that cannot be traced. Not from satellites, not from Earth, not from any known source. One signal repeated every night at the same time for years. A sequence of tones and numbers, perfectly structured. Too precise to be random. Researchers tried to decode it. Some believed it was mathematical, others believed it was a language. Then suddenly, after decades, it stopped. No explanation. Even stranger, some deep space signals appear to come from locations where nothing exists. Empty space. No stars, no planets, just silence and then a transmission. There are also cases where people pick up voices on unused radio frequencies. Not static, not interference. Actual voices, speaking clearly, sometimes calling names. Imagine driving alone at night, radio off, and suddenly hearing someone speak through silence. Number 3, shared dreams. What if dreams aren't just dreams? There are documented cases of strangers dreaming the same dream. Same place, same events, same details. People from different countries, different lives, reporting identical experiences. One recurring example, a massive unfamiliar city, dark sky, endless buildings, a feeling of being watched. Online forums are filled with people describing this exact place, without ever speaking to each other beforehand. Some even draw maps, and the maps match. How can thousands of people dream of a place that doesn't exist? Or does it exist somewhere else? There are also cases where people meet someone in a dream, then later meet them in real life. A stranger who feels oddly familiar, as if they've already met, somewhere beyond waking reality. Number 4, objects that move on their own. Not everything strange is dramatic. Sometimes it's small. You place your keys on a table. You return minutes later. They're gone. You search everywhere. Hours pass. You give up. Then suddenly they're back, exactly where you first left them. Many people experience this, not once, but repeatedly. Objects disappearing, then reappearing in impossible places. Security cameras sometimes capture movement, drawers opening slightly, objects shifting with no one there. Skeptics say memory errors, distraction. But what about when multiple people witness it together? A cup sliding across a table, a door slowly closing, footsteps in an empty house. Small things, quiet things, but impossible to explain. Number 5, time slips. Imagine driving home, a route you've taken 100 times. You look at the clock. 5:10 p.m., you arrive. It feels like 20 minutes. But the clock now reads 8:45 p.m., hours missing. No memory, no explanation. These are called time slips. People report losing time or gaining time, walking into a building and suddenly finding themselves somewhere else entirely, seeing people dressed in clothing from decades past, then everything returning to normal. Some claim to have briefly entered another time period, not in dreams, while fully awake. One man described walking into a train station and suddenly finding himself in the same station, but in the 1940s. Different advertisements, different people, different sounds. He stepped back outside and everything returned to the present. No one believed him, but he remembered every detail. Number 6, the feeling of being watched. You know that feeling. You're alone, or so you think. Then suddenly you feel watched. You turn around, nothing there, but the feeling remains. Scientists say it's instinct, anxiety, brain patterns. But what about when people see the same shadow figure across different countries? Different homes, tall, dark, featureless, standing just out of clear view, not moving, just observing. Many report seeing it during sleep paralysis. Others while fully awake. Always the same description, always silent. As if something is studying us, learning us, waiting. Number 7, places that feel wrong. There are places where everything feels off. Not haunted in the traditional sense, just wrong. You enter and immediately feel uneasy. Your chest tightens. Your instincts say, leave. Some locations cause electronics to fail. Watches stop. Phones glitch. People report nausea, sudden fear, overwhelming dread. Even animals refuse to enter certain areas. Scientists sometimes find unusual magnetic fields, but not always. Some places remain unexplained, uncomfortable, avoided, as if the environment itself doesn't want us there. The world is far stranger than we believe. We like explanations, logic, certainty, but not everything has answers. Some mysteries remain unsolved. Some experiences cannot be measured. Some moments cannot be understood. Maybe one day science will explain everything. Or maybe some things are not meant to be explained. So tonight, when your house is quiet and your phone is silent, and you feel that strange sense that something isn't quite right, just ask yourself one question. What if the unexplained is real?